All right. I said this is a bit of a book review slash recommendation. About writing like that. I'm not an author or anything, but I like to read books. I always have since I've been a kid. And this a book I really definitely did like. I bought it a couple of years ago actually, and only just got around to reading it now. But I did really enjoy it. Like it was written really well. Feels almost like a novel, like how it's written. And so yeah, it was, and I mean, just the feel of the book itself. Personally, I like paperback books and physical books specifically, I should say. But yeah, it was really good. It was really good read, nice, easy read, um, engaging. Like it makes you want to read more. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's a topic I'm interested in, so it helps. But it delivered from my point of view. Obviously, I'm not born in the '60s, and I'm not a researcher, so I have to take his word for it. But paints a good timeline, a good picture of the timeline, and like I say, you can follow it really well. And obviously, he's got all the references and stuff at the back, crazy. So yeah, for me personally, it just makes me think of the bait and switch that the government does, and it's like here's new brand new something, blah blah blah, and then oh no actually it's bad for you, or no you're doing it wrong or something, and then they come with something else and tell you it's the better newer version and it's actually worse. It's like weed and LSD, and now I mean, can you trust the weed that you smoke now? Everything is genetically modified. You know what I mean? So and so much easier to get opiates and amphetamines, but yet they keep saying there's a war on drugs. I mean, it feels more like there's a war of drugs against the people. But the one thing about this book, it talks of it made me think as well. Like I feel like if because the way how in it, he talks about in the '60s, early '60s, how the government seemed to just allow the proliferation of hallucinogenics. And I don't know. I don't really believe in the space race as they tell us, and I wonder if they were letting it happen then, so that you know people don't pay much attention to what they were doing over there. And obviously, everyone is like spaced out or whatever, so they kind of would be liking the fact that they were trying to get to space instead of scrutinizing what was really going on. I don't know. It's something that made me think about. But yeah. But anyway, but my favorite chapters 7 and 8, kind of really where my mindset is right now in reality. So did enjoy it. And I'm gonna probably move on to this one next. It's another book that is another secondhand book I bought a couple of years ago and haven't read, but it just made me think about it because it's like I feel like if it's the same thing they did with the internet, um, they gave us it and now look at it now. But yeah, as a recommendation, 100%, especially if you care about prohibition or you think prohibition is good or at least the way it's done in the 21st century. If you have questions about it, yeah, check out this. Yeah, it's a really good read. Anyway, peace.